Our male protagonist, Tom, looks cheap version of Iron Man. He's got a happy family, a pregnant wife, a son, and a daughter. Today, Tom is getting ready to take the whole family on a road trip. Before they leave, he tunes the radio to the highway traffic station to get the traffic update. Tom's dad, Ben, finds out that his son and his family are going on a trip, so he decides to tag along too. Once everyone's ready, Tom can't wait to show off the family's brand new car. Before they pull out, Tom's son remembers he forgot his fishing net, so Tom has to run back inside to grab it. Ben heads back in too to use the bathroom. But he drops the toilet paper right into the bowl, and when he flushes, the handle snaps clean off. Ben comes up with a genius plan. He just throws a towel over the toilet paper to hide it. Problem solved. With everything sorted, the family hits the road. Along the way, they stop at a gas station. Tom takes his wife and kids inside to buy snacks, while Ben stays back to fill up the car. Just then, Ben notices a stranded young woman. Turns out her mom accidentally left her behind at the station. She has no phone and she can't even remember her mom's number. Hearing this, Ben thinks, "This is perfect." He says, "Tell you what, we're actually headed that way too. Hop in, we'll give you a ride." Then he told the girl to hide in the back seat of the car. The family gets back on the highway. Tom casually activates the cruise control in the new car. He sets it to 130 kilometers per hour. A long drive is worth it, right? Ben pulls out his precious USB drive so his son can listen to some music. Ben got emotional upon hearing the song. Tom found this a bit strange. Just as everyone starts getting into the groove, the car's system suddenly malfunctions. The screen in front of Tom freezes, displaying a spinning loading wheel. Tom tries to disengage the cruise control and slam on the brakes, but the car doesn't slow down. It continues hurtling along at a crazy 130 kilometers per hour. Tom missed the exit and immediately realized that their car had broken down. Then his wife immediately picked up the manual and read, "That says all you have to do is step on the brake." Tom shot back that his foot is already on the brake, but the car doesn't slow down. During their argument, the young girl, hidden in the back of the car and at her wit's end, reveals herself. Ben then introduces her to everyone and explains that he met her at a gas station. Seeing the family's strange behavior, the girl asks to drop her at the next gas station. Tom would like to stop, but here's the problem. He simply can't. Ben advised Tom to repeatedly press the accelerator, as doing so would reset the car system. Tom followed the advice, but instead of stopping, the car began to accelerate. Tom is freaking out. His hands are sweating and his legs are turning to jelly. One wrong move and the whole family could go down together. He tries to think of a good way to keep everyone calm, though of course, that's not going to slow the car down one bit. Tom then thinks, why not call the dealership and see if they have a solution? Once the call goes through, he explains to the salesman that he is currently barreling down the highway out of control. The salesman immediately starts dodging responsibility. Tom snaps, "Are you trying to get us killed? My whole family is in this car. Something is wrong with this vehicle. Figure out how to stop it." The salesman fires back, "Our cars are top of the line, premium vehicles. There is absolutely nothing wrong with them," and hangs up. Just then, the young woman spots her mom's car in the lane right next to them. Ben turns to look, and his heart skips a beat. But their car is going way too fast, and shoots right past in a flash. The girl completely loses it. She grabs the fishing spear and demands Tom stop the car. But Tom couldn't stop the car, even though he wanted to. Then the girl says, "If you don't stop the car, I'll blow your father's head off." Right then, Tom quietly tells Ben that the spear can't actually fire anymore, just grab it away from her. But in the struggle, they nearly skewer Tom by accident, and Ben ends up punching the girl right in the nose. Suddenly, traffic up ahead on the highway starts slowing down. Since Tom can't slow down, he has no choice but to weave wildly through the traffic and veer onto a slip road for another highway. On the side of the road, a guy in a BMW happens to open his car door, which instantly gets ripped clean off, turning his ride into a custom BMW convertible door edition. The BMW driver stares in disbelief. He slams what's left of his door, floors it, and chases after them. Tom's family is going so fast they catch the attention of the highway traffic police. The cops jump on their motorcycles and give chase. Up front, Tom asks Ben to swap seats with his pregnant wife. The old man can move around more easily and maybe figure out how to fix the cruise control. Ben sticks his head down right into Tom's lap, twisting into a seriously awkward position to inspect the fuse box. The motorcycle cop catches up. He looks over and sees the two of them in this position in the front seats and is completely stunned. Pull over. Seeing the cop has no idea what's going on, the wife decides to write him an explanation on a piece of paper. But the son's hand slips, and the paper flies straight into the cop's face. The cop struggles to peel it off. But then the paper flies backward and plasters itself right onto the BMW's windshield. The BMW driver is furious. Meanwhile, Ben finally climbs back into his seat, except now he has a whole tangle of wires wrapped around his hand. My hand got stuck, so I just pulled all of this out. But an even bigger problem is waiting up ahead the toll station between the two highways. By now, the cops on the other end have pieced together what's going on. An officer reports straight to the captain. The captain immediately orders his team to clear all the vehicles at the toll gates and open every single barrier, so Tom's car can blast right through. They'll figure out how to stop it afterward. Turns out the captain mixed up his directions and cleared the lanes going the other way. With no other choice, Tom rips off a sharp, desperate turn, swerves into the oncoming lanes, then yanks it back. At 160 kilometers per hour, the car blasts through the narrow toll lane, making 2 sudden lane changes along the way. Tom's driving is honestly insane. Just then, a bird drops some poop right on the windshield. Tom tries to wipe it off, but the moment he sprays the cleaning foam, the wipers come off. With no other option, Ben has to climb out through the sunroof to wipe the glass by hand. One slip, and Ben nearly gets thrown right off the car. All that panic leaves Tom's hands completely cramped up. With no other choice, he has to swap spots with Ben, who currently has a suspended license, so Ben can take the wheel, while Tom shakes his hands loose. Once his hands are free, Tom calls the dealership again. Turns out the salesman is busy showing off a display car to some customers, except that car just had the exact same glitch and locked the customers inside. The salesman tells Tom to sit tight, claiming they'll look into it. Right at that moment, a stray bee somehow sneaks its way into the car. Tom grabs a shoe and starts swinging at it like crazy. One wild swing later, he accidentally sets off the airbag. In the end, he completely misses the bee, and it flies right out the window. As luck would have it, the bee goes straight for the BMW driver, chasing close behind, and stings him hard. The BMW driver nearly loses control of the car. This sends him completely over the edge. Meanwhile, the police captain has been assuming the whole time that Tom made up the brake failure story just because he was speeding and scared of getting a ticket. She even looked at Tom's violation record, which shows he once got caught going a whopping 190 kilometers per hour. Armed with that, the officer on the scene relays the captain's orders and tells Tom to pull over. Tom is completely baffled. The cop even goes so far as to suspect that Tom's wife is faking her pregnancy. That sets her off completely. She throws the car door open right then and there to show him her actual belly. Only then does the officer finally believe them. Turns out that 190 kilometers per hour violation was from a time Ben secretly took Tom's car out to go flirting and joyriding. Meanwhile, because Ben had randomly ripped out those wires earlier, he accidentally switched on the driver's seat heater. Now his backside is burning up. Tom's wife gives him water to cool down. Ben takes a quick gulp, then dumps the rest straight down his back. As he splashed water on his back, a short circuit occurred under the seat, and he began to lose control of the vehicle. Just then, the dealership salesman calls back. He says they consulted with the manufacturer's engineers, and their verdict is, the reason you can't brake is because you're not pressing the brakes hard enough. Slam them with everything you've got, and there's no way it won't stop. Good Lord, I promise I'm not making this up. But right before stomping the brakes, the old man gets a little nervous and suddenly needs to pee. Ben finds a plastic bag and fills it up. Tom tossed the bag out the window, and it smacked right into the face of the BMW car driver. The moment he realized it was urine, he completely lost his mind. He straps a bucket over his head like a helmet and floors the accelerator. Ben is ready to slam the brakes. Seeing that Ben doesn't have enough force, Tom helps push down with everything he's got. The result? They snap the brake pedal clean off. The BMW driver catches up and starts cursing Tom out. Tom looks over at this now doorless BMW, completely baffled. The driver screams at him to pull over. From the back seat, the son grabs the fishing spear and shoots the BMW driver right in the leg. The guy screams in pain, loses control of the wheel, and veers off the road, smashing straight into an RV campground. The people nearby rush over and give him a serious beatdown. Meanwhile, Tom's family is still speeding down the highway, with no sign of slowing. Only 25 kilometers left until they hit a major traffic jam. If they don't figure something out fast, it's looking like this whole family might be checking out together. Just then, the traffic cop from earlier pulled up in a vehicle and positioned it right in front of Tom's car to slow them down. And believe it or not, it actually worked. Their speed dropped to 120 kilometers per hour. But the moment the cop's car pulled away, they shot straight back up to 160. With no other option, the police drove alongside them and began pulling passengers out one by one. The son and daughter were transferred over without a hitch. But when it was the young woman's turn, Ben in the driver's seat caught a glimpse of her floral underwear as she climbed out and nearly sent the car off the road. Now only Ben, Tom, and Tom's pregnant wife were left in the car. 10 kilometers to go. Tom took the wheel back. Suddenly, a helicopter appeared in the sky. The government had sent in an aerial rescue team. First, they hoisted the pregnant wife up to safety. But there was no time left. The end of the road was right there. The rescue helicopter hooked onto the car and lifted the whole thing, people and all, straight up into the air. And just like that, they were saved. The helicopter did rip the roof clean off Tom's car, but the whole family made it out safe and sound. At the very end, Tom's wife gave birth to a healthy baby at the hospital. Everyone was overjoyed. Well, everyone except the BMW guy, who nearly got beaten to death by that angry crowd. But before anyone could celebrate for too long, the elevator they were riding in suddenly broke down. And with this scene, our story comes to an end. Thanks for watching.